Hey guys, Teagan here from Blue Sense Digital, and in this video we're just going to be going over how to accurately segment or break down your order data on Shopify to segment that into cohorts of average order values so that you can see exactly the number of orders that are falling into different cohorts, and then from that you can accurately place any sort of free shipping thresholds or let's say discount thresholds in the most effective range so that it has the biggest impact on your average order value and sales as a whole on Shopify. So yeah, strap in and let's dive in. So just to demonstrate this concept holistically with a bad drawing, so generally speaking, what this graph looks like is it would look something like this, where you'd have an initial peak and then a slight peak towards the bottom end in terms of AOV. So on a graph, if we had to draw that, this would be number of orders, and then this would be order value. So let's say most of the orders that come through this particular store, let's say are or have an average order value of $30, and then you have a bit of a segment at the top over here. Let's say they sell a variation of products. The other segment up here in terms of order value, let's say this was $100. Excuse my drawing skills. Now, when you're looking at the average order metric the average order value metric on Shopify, this takes into account all orders on your store. Now, it doesn't take into account this trend. And a lot of brands set free shipping thresholds based off this average order value. But this is actually an ineffective way of doing this, because you don't take into account these peak areas that I've mentioned here. So let's say in this scenario for this business, their average order value on Shopify might be sitting at around $60, which is slap bang in the middle of these two cohorts. So let's say, for example, someone that's spending $30 on an order isn't going to be keen to spend double to reach that free shipping threshold. And that free shipping threshold doesn't add any benefit or any value to people purchasing a $100 product, because obviously that's way over that free shipping threshold. So this is kind of a miss completely in terms of actual value add to the business. Ideally, based on this trend, you'd want to be setting your free shipping threshold, let's say over there at $40, because it's a lot more achievable for those people to add one small product to bump their order up $10 or so to get free shipping over $40, and then you could add some sort of second discount at, let's say, $120, and then it'll encourage this cohort that's sitting at an average of $100 to spend that extra $20 or so. So this is the reason why we want to break down this data, so that we can accurately see where these peaks are and structure our discount structure accordingly. So to go about this process, I'll just run through this quickly. First thing you'll need to do is go over to Shopify. I've just got a couple screenshots here. Go to the orders tab, and then at the top here, just click export and export all the orders from your Shopify store. That'll then give you a CSV file, which you can then drag and drop into Google Drive once that is uploaded. So once that CSV file is uploaded, just right click on that and open that as a Google Sheet. Once that has been converted into a Google Sheet, then the only column we're looking for is total average order value, or you could do it on subtotal average order value, depending on obviously how your discount is structured how you plan to structure your discount on the back end. But just for the sake of this video, let's just assume that we're using total average order value. So this is the only column we need. So just cut or copy that, and we can just move that to a new sheet. Okay, once that's done, we'll just need to do a little bit of data hygiene. So you can just select that column, go up to the top over here, data, and then sort sheet Z to A, and then scroll all the way down to, so scroll all the way down to the bottom of this data. Sometimes it might take you quite a while. So once you've reached the bottom, just make a mental note of the range that we'll be using in the code that we'll use. So in this case, this is 10865, reading from the top cell, which would be A2. So A2 to A10065, sorry, 10865. So once we've done that, we'll need to use a snippet of code just to break this data down for us. So we've written a piece of code for you. We'll link this in the video description, but that should look something like this. So just copy that code and head back on over to the Google Sheet, and then up at the top over here under extensions, go to app script. Then from here, just delete everything that is currently in this section, and then paste your script in there. Now, depending on what increments you're wanting to class your orders into, you can just adjust that over here. So just follow the same, nomenclature here, and obviously just adjust that as you see fit. So let's say we were only looking to go up, or we wanted to add another increment of 400 to 420. So just go column 420, and so on and so forth. You can obviously just break that down as you like. Then the second thing we're going to need to add is the range that we'll be operating in, which is this section up over here. As I've mentioned in this specific document that we're using here, we're going from A2 to A10865. So both those pieces of info, the range as well as the increments, have been put in. From there, you can just hit save, give it a name, or give the script a name if you'd like, and then hit run. The script should then ask you for authorization. So just go review permissions, and it'll ask you to sign in with your Google account, and then click allow. And as you can see here, the script is started and the script is finished. Now, if we go back to our Google Sheet over here, we'll see that it's broken down this data that we've thrown into the Google Sheet here. It's broken it down into two nice columns, which is the increments that we put in. So, $0 to $20, 20 to 40, 40 to 60, etc. And the number of cells, so the number of orders that fall into each increment. Now, what we can do is just put this data into a graph. So just highlight that, insert chart, and there you go. That's your breakdown of the number of orders that fall into different average order value classes. Now, as you can see here, this follows exactly what I mentioned in the bad drawing at the start, where you have that initial spike and then you got a bit of a spike at a higher average order value. Now, these guys currently have a free shipping offer of over $100. So that would sit somewhere around over here. Now, as you can see, most of the orders are on the lower end. And, someone spending $40 to $50, I don't think, or, from a common sense perspective, they wouldn't be too keen to push that order all the way over $100 to get that free shipping threshold. Obviously, there will be a few, but the vast majority of people would rather just pay the shipping and, buy or have a smaller order. So now from here, we can go back to the drawing board and say, okay, we're going to perhaps put our free shipping threshold over $75 or over $80, so that, this segment of users, the $40 to $60 orders, are pushed to spend an additional, $10, $15, maybe even $20 to get that free shipping, as opposed to another $50 to get that free shipping. So it ultimately should have a much bigger impact on your average order value by, firstly analyzing your orders average order values, and then placing your discounts or offers accordingly. So that was it. Hopefully that was valuable. I think that's quite a cool system that should work well for most businesses. Again, if you have any comments, please let us know in the comment section below. If you like the video, please give it a like. It helps us out, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.